champion of the world. What a decorated amateur career he had. Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the international.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Zelandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh style, Johnny Bek Alim Kamnouli. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, I love this place.
Right.
The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fighter.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That big hook doesn't land. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Straight right just misses. That jab misses. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
He's getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent, all laid out there.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got...
Oh my God, Johnny! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
See someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Has to be careful. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has... Come on. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
All the time. A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Throws the uppercut but misses. And just got countered. Just misses with that uppercut. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight and counter punch is smart.
A perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Johnny back in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Put him back into it. I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. A straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter punch. Holding nothing back here in the round. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
Okay, I'm happy.
There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
See it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there buckled him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Swing and a miss with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A straight right just misses. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. talk about Robinson in that last round. The corner hasn't thrown in the towel yet, so I guess he's coming out for another round. Back into the fray here in round 5. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter. And you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Just misses with that jab. Halfway through the round, and man, these 2 are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just avoids the left uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the cup.
Yes, I like that round. Good, I feel good.
On to the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
A real good back and forth between these 2 fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Well done with that counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Janabek that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is in.
Great round, great round.
Here comes round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You just gotta be smarter than him. You've gotta be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Every time they throw a shot, they get count. And this fight is over. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do. So it's onward and upward after a...
Just wanna run and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? We don't escape, we don't escape. It's too much weight, it's too much weight on me. Could I just be free? I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I started fresh, I started again.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on, get focused, and get your mind back on the job.
Do you want to win this fight?
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you've let him back into this. You're better than this kid.
generals back in the building. Trust. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Pull up on a set, I might let man know what time that this is. If man move wicked, make man swim with the sharks and fishes. Respect my wishes, got bare creps and I step like kisses. And my fit stay clean like dishes, that's why gal wanna give man kisses. Gal wanna give man hugs, I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I used to wear my heart on a sleeve, that's why nowadays man I don't do love. Fake love might get a man killed, fake love might get a man drilled. I had to tell them let a man heal. Tell a man ease up, getting my peas up, won't get a feel up, is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Down for the anarchy. Them man I sing to the feds like Valerie. Any violations, man I see casualty. Even my manager still can't manage me. Non-stop working, down for the salary. Every day in gym, burning a calorie. Deep meditation, man can't channel me. I told them man recently, man's been on the deepest frequency. Girls that I love keep on leaving me. When I die they'll keep on grieving me. Gotta deal with this thing evenly. Gotta live this life, just breathe with me. Bad man can't make peas with me. Sit at the table and eat with me. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer.
Fighting under the candlelight. Welcome to Cambrian Hall. And next to me